If you're tackling a complex project, studying for a big certification, or just trying to stay on top of your field, you already know the problem. It's not that we're lacking information. I mean, we are drowning in all that informational chaos. The piles of PDFs, the recorded meetings, long transcripts, that's the real barrier. So our deep dive today is focused on, well, an immediate solution to this research paralysis, NotebookLM. And this isn't just another AI summarizer. It's a dedicated research assistant from Google, powered by Gemini 2.0, that specializes only in the material you give it. Our mission is pretty simple. We want to cut through the hype, demystify how it actually works, and most importantly, give you 8 specific evidence-backed ways this tool can completely change your workflow. How it can turn that messy stack of sources into verified, actionable knowledge.
What's so interesting to me here is how it tackles really the fundamental weakness of most AI chatbots. NotebookLM's core feature is that it's grounded in your sources. And that grounding, that means when you ask it a question, every single response, every connection it makes, it comes with precise citations. It points you right back to the PDF, the website, the audio file you fed it.
So wait, it's not just giving you an answer, it's giving you the answer
And like a live footnote attached.
a live verifiable footnote.
Okay.
Exactly. It's an accountability check that's built right in.
That's critical. I mean, for anyone whose work depends on accuracy, that's everything.
Precisely. The whole mechanism is designed to stop that.
Yeah.
That confidence game that AI hallucinations play. But, and this is a critical caveat we have to establish right now, because it only uses your sources, the output is totally limited by the quality of what you provide. It's a spectacular engine, but it only runs on your fuel. That's a huge point, and it's why we're so focused on application today. It uses Gemini's multimodal abilities, so it's not just text. It can pull in and connect info from audio, video, and just draw these instant connections.
It just speeds up that whole verification loop. You don't have to spend hours cross-referencing 10 different files yourself. And that's the immediate win for any serious learner. You gain knowledge quickly, but you gain it thoroughly, and you trust it.
And it's accessible, right?
Yeah.
It's free to start. The limits are pretty generous, 100 notebooks, up to 50 sources each. And the roadmap is already pointing to some exciting updates for 2025. Things like automated video overviews, mind maps.
Interactive quizzes, too, I saw.
Yeah, interactive quizzes. I mean, think about that. You're getting a research assistant that actually respects your time and your need to be accurate.
Right.
That's why getting a handle on these mechanics now is so important.
It lets you shift your whole focus. You stop thinking about information management and you start thinking about strategic application. You just upload your varied sources and you start interacting with all your research as one single connected knowledge base.
Okay, let's look at how this actually plays out. We've dug into what people are saying, experiences from, Reddit, YouTube, specialized blogs, and we've put together 8 specific evidence-backed ways people are using this tool right now. We grouped them up so you can get some ideas immediately. Okay, so let's start with theme A, deepening knowledge and study. This feels like the most natural place to begin. Use case number 1, research and personalized academic study. So let's say you're staring down a really daunting exam, the kind that needs you to synthesize a lot of disconnected, stuff-dense history texts, scientific papers.
Lecture recordings.
Exactly. You upload all those scattered sources, and you don't just ask for a summary. You tell NotebookLM to generate comparative flashcards or build you a practice quiz.
Okay, but hold on. Isn't that just Quizlet with extra steps? What makes the AI's connections here so different?
That's a fair question. The difference is the grounding. The flashcards, the quiz questions, they aren't pulled from some generic database. They're custom-made, using the specific language and details from your materials. And if you get something wrong, it can take you to the exact page or even the time code in a video where that concept was explained.
Oh, okay. That changes everything. It's not just rote memorization then. It's active, verified learning. And the research in our sources backs this up. Generating quizzes before you study can actually improve your long-term retention by, 20 to 30%?
Yeah.
You're not just studying faster, you're actually accelerating how fast you learn.
Right. And that leads perfectly into our second use case, personalized learning via multimedia. This is for the self-learner, the autodidact, who's trying to tackle something complex on their own, maybe a new programming language. And you just struggle with really dry reading. So you upload all your material, even technical manuals, and you ask for new ways to learn it.
You can literally ask for podcast-style learning summaries or video overviews that pull together the key ideas from your textbooks. And this is so important because studies show that these multimedia formats can improve comprehension by about 25%.
It's really the ultimate antidote to passive learning. Instead of just doom-scrolling social media, you can actively binge learn knowledge
Yeah.
that's custom made for you.
Mm. All right, let's shift gears to Theme B, content and communication efficiency. If your job involves turning a lot of research into, say, public content or internal presentations, this part is for you. So, use case number 3, content creation and repurposing. Just think about the asset graveyard you probably have. Hours of recorded meetings, old transcripts. Oh, yeah. All that intellectual property, you feed it all into a notebook and then ask it to transform that material.
And this is where that efficiency really kicks in. You can tell it, turn this dense research transcript into a simple FAQ list, or a new script outline, or a slide deck. It's like having a specialized assistant who only works with your internal documents to get the most out of them. And the numbers back it up. Reports from Google Workspace suggest tools like this can boost content creation efficiency by 40%. And that's time you get back for, actual original thinking instead of just administrative work.
Our 4th use case is all about high-stakes communication. We're calling it meeting and presentation preparation. For any professional, confidence comes from being prepared, right? So you upload the meeting agenda, all the internal slides, background materials, and then you ask the AI to generate a detailed briefing, a timeline of discussion points, and this is the best part, a pre-vetted list of potential Q&A questions.
So it's anticipating what you're going to be asked.
Exactly. Academic papers on productivity suggest this can cut prep time by 50%. The goal is just, you walk into that room knowing you can handle any curveball, because the AI help you see it coming based on the materials everyone else has.
Okay, Theme C takes us right into business insight and strategy. This is about turning raw, messy data into a clear direction. Use case 5 is analysis of customer feedback. This is so critical for product managers, entrepreneurs. Imagine uploading thousands of lines of raw survey responses, CSV files, customer reviews.
A huge data set.
Huge data set. And NotebookLM can go through it all and pull out the key themes and trends.
And the output isn't just a vague observation. It gives you the findings, and it backs them up with direct, citable quotes from your data. So you can actually say, we know this feature needs work because 18% of reviews mentioned this specific problem, and you have the proof.
Right, so it moves decision-making away from just gut feeling.
Those corazonadas.
Exactly, and it anchors it firmly in real, verifiable data. You start seeing patterns a human eye would just miss in that volume of text.
And that foundation of hard data sets up our 6th use case, strategic business planning. This one is for the executive or the market analyst dealing with huge complexity. You upload financial reports, competitor analysis, and NotebookLM extracts the key metrics, generates high-level summaries, and identifies strategic implications, or maybe more importantly, research gaps, things you don't know yet.
So it's converting boring data into an actual plan.
It accelerates that jump from just reading dense data to actually defining your next move. You move from passively taking in information to actively building a data-driven plan in really a fraction of the time.
All right, our final theme, Theme D, is professional training and specialized fields. This shows how versatile the tool can be in industries where, compliance and fast learning are absolutely key. So use case number 7 is for onboarding and corporate training. Perfect for HR or team leads. Static manuals, endless PDFs. They're the enemy of fast onboarding.
Definitely.
So instead, you upload all the company manuals, policies, FAQs, and NotebookLM creates personalized, citable training packages and quizzes for new hires.
It just simplifies that whole corporate knowledge transfer process. A new employee can basically chat with the manuals, ask complex questions, and get an answer with a policy citation right there. And that just measurably reduces the time it takes for them to get up to speed and become productive.
And for our last one, number 8, this is a really high-value, specialized area. Medical literature management. Healthcare professionals are just constantly flooded with new research. They can upload new medical journals, clinical protocols, and ask NotebookLM to generate comparative summaries on treatments, all while citing the specific sources.
This is where speed meets safety. Medical journals actually indicate that using AI for literature reviews like this can speed up the process by as much as 60%. And that rapid synthesis directly improves evidence-based decisions, which, at the end of the day, could lead to better patient outcomes.
So when you look across all 8 cases, from a student in a classroom to an executive in a boardroom, the one constant theme is this grounded, evidence-based knowledge. It's all drawn exclusively from your sources. It's incredibly versatile.
But, and this is important, to be critical learners, we have to circle back to the limitations we touched on earlier. The AI world moves fast, but NotebookLM today, well, it does have some constraints.
Yeah, it's not a magic bullet.
Not at all. First, those hard limits. 50 sources per notebook, daily query caps. If you're an intensive user, you'll hit those. Second, integration is still a challenge. It doesn't really play nicely with external tools like Zotero or big workflow systems, which can be frustrating for advanced users.
And biggest one, which we mentioned at the start, is that input dependency. The AI can't fix bad research. If you feed it 10 documents all from one narrow point of view, its synthesis is going to be narrow too.
Exactly. And while it is multimodal, its support for really visual stuff like complex charts or architectural diagrams is still pretty limited. And finally, there's that mandatory step of critical thinking. You still have to verify the citations. You have to make sure you catch any bias that might have been in the original sources that the AI is just, reflecting back to you.
Right. But these challenges aren't really flaws in the core idea. They're just natural points for improvement as the tech evolves. So to wrap it up for you, NotebookLM is a seriously powerful assistant for turning all that informational chaos into actionable, verifiable knowledge. By grounding its answers in your own facts, it makes you a more efficient, more informed expert, and it saves you all that time you used to spend just cross-referencing. We really recommend you try it out on that one research project you've been putting off.
And since we've established that the AI's output quality really only depends on the quality of the knowledge you feed it, that raises an important question for you, the learner. Now that the heavy lifting of synthesis is automated, how much more of our time should we dedicate to seeking out new, diverse, maybe even contradictory sources? Knowing that the quality of the AI's output is limited only by the quality of the knowledge we choose to feed it, it's something to mull over.